Hi everyone, and welcome to the Stitch Bird's Nest. This is Flosstube number 7. My name is Rachel and I am coming to you from Hamilton in New Zealand. For those who've been here before, it's really nice to have you all back, and if you are new, I hope you enjoy being here and seeing a little bit of what I do. I enjoy lots of different crafts, but obviously we are here for stitching. Mostly cross stitch, a little bit of embroidery, and yeah. So let's get started with the whips. I've got some whips, I've got some finishes, I have one fully finished object. I have a start that became a start and then became a stop, that became a possible restart that I'm still a bit confused about. And then I have some plans, and yeah. So to get started, I have Changing Seasons, my Fox and Rabbit. This was the mystery sampler from 2022, and I've been working on this for most of the year. I'll pop a picture up of the full pattern, and then yeah. So last month I had this bit done, I had the middle, and I was doing the pineapple here, and I have done this little bit here. So not a huge amount, and that's my washing machine since last time, but I'm working on this little box here, so I'm going to finish this one off. So I'm a bit behind, but overall still making good progress. Yeah, I'd hope to finish this one by the end of the year, but I have had a few kind of stops and starts, so I don't know that that'll happen now, but I'm just not going to worry. I'm just going to focus on getting this bit finished for this month, and next month I'll move on to the next bit and just carry on, you know. And yeah, bit by bit. Sometimes life doesn't go as planned and we've just got to move on, really, don't we? But yeah, so I'm doing this in DMC green 890. It's kind of a forest green, and then I'm doing black 320. You can see how, like there, it's mostly green 890 and then a little bit of black. You can see I'm kind of interspersing the green and the black together. Yeah, just a little bit of black where I sort of takes my fancy, you know. But yeah, I'm really liking how that one's coming along, so I'm just plodding on with that. It's quite relaxing not having all those color changes and just sort of yeah, repetitive, and kind of relaxing. So that's been quite a good stitch, actually. I've been quite enjoying that. My next stitch I'm going to share is the Gingerbread Village Christmas tree etui, and I'll put the full pattern up here. Now this is a sale that we're doing, and you can join us on Facebook if you like, and I'll put the details below in the description. There's a few of us working on it, but I've been finding it a bit tough just because I have other things going on, I suppose, but I'm trying to just sort of plod along. So I'm trying to do, don't you love it when you look down at it and you see a mistake first? You spot a mistake straight away. I'm trying to do so that the tree's got 4 sides, obviously, and then the base, and then the assembly. So I'm trying to do 4 sides, a side each month, and then in the lead up to December, and then in November I'm going to do the base and the assembly, and so that'll, yeah, so yeah, so I'll have it all done by Christmas. So this is the side that I'm working on at the moment, and I just love, look at those little reindeer and the Santa and the sleigh. It's really clever how these little like quarter, because these are quarter stitches, but this is on 28 counts, so quarter stitches in a few straight lines just come together to form those little reindeer. That was really ingenious of Thea. Oh, Victoria Sampler, sorry, is who makes it, and the stitcher's name is Thea Grosvenor, I think. But yeah, again, I'll pop details below. But just such a clever little way of making that go together. There is a few stitches other than cross stitch in here. You've got this is kind of mostly back stitch in here. And these are straight stitches, making like triangles and upside down triangles. And this is a herringbone stitch. Again, I mean, I just found this on YouTube, how to do this. And this is Bargello. This has been a little bit trickier, and I found I cannot work on this at night because it's just too hard to see and work out the lines. And I'll try and finish this bit this afternoon, but I took one look at this when I picked it up and realized I was out. So I'm going to have to look at this afternoon in daylight to finish this bit off. But once I'm above this, everything up is cross stitch. And it's greens and white, so it's just like trees and branches and snow. And I was talking to another stitcher who's already done this, and she reckons if you had a variegated green, you could just do variegated green and white. So I'm going to do that. So yeah, yeah, but super cute, and I'm sort of on track to have it done by Christmas, so that'll be pretty awesome. So yeah. Gingerbread Village Christmas etui. So yeah, very cute. And Stitchy Goddess. So I'll pop the full pattern up here. So I tried to find a picture of where I was up to last month, and I obviously just didn't take one. So I'm really sorry about that. But I know what I did do, which is I did all these flowers on this side. So I finished all these flowers in this wedge. Haven't done a ton since last time, but still it's progress. I just love this dress. I love how it's come together. So because I've now done all the flowers, when I feel like doing something a little mindless, I'll just start filling in that white, which would be quite nice. Yeah, and then it'll be onto her face and that gorgeous hair. So that'll be nice. Stitchy Goddess. Then I've got Rendale Designs, and this was a Bothy Kits thread kits. So It Begins Mouse, and actually I have a finish on this little fellow. How cute is he? Isn't he adorable? Look at those little whiskers, and I love how the little hairs on his back just like really give him that extra little fuzziness, and those whiskers, he's so cute. Oh, real life threads. I haven't framed him yet because I was really uncertain on how I was going to frame him. He on the packet they talk about framing him in a circle, which I wasn't sure about, and then I found this pink old-fashioned circle hoop frame, and I thought, oh, that'd be perfect, and I went to put him in it this morning, and it was so old it cracked, so that wasn't going to work. So but I don't know about a hoop frame, and I found this just before, and I sort of thought, you know, to give you an idea, obviously this is too small, but yeah, it would have to be bigger, but I don't know what I think about a hoop frame, or whether just a rectangular frame. Yeah, let me know what you think, because I'm in two minds whether I buy a little hoop for him and hang him up in a hoop, or whether I get a rectangular frame. I'm not sure. but super cute, and it's got that Rendell kind of spotty flecked fabric. Someone saw me stitching on this and thought I had fly spots on my fabric though, so that wasn't so cool. Somebody not familiar with the Rendell designs when I was out and about in public. It was kind of funny though, but yeah, but so stoked with this one, and hopefully next time you see it, it will be a full finish. I'll show it to you once I've got that done. Then I have a complete, fully finished item, and this is my, now what was it, the Irina Konopolic's mini bottles. Now, this is from on Etsy. It's 1000 patterns, and you can buy these bottles all individually, which is what I did, and then I randomly picked which one I was going to do each month and then put them all together. And I did that, and I did 5 of them, and then I got it framed. Just like that. So I picked one each month. Started with the scissors, then on to the girl on the swing, then on to the little How to Train Your Dragon dragons, and then the lavender, and then the whale. And it's made for a very unusual collection of bottles. but you know, I kind of love it. It's pretty funny, and each one's kind of personal to me, you know, like the stitching is very much you know, all about me. The little girl on the swing makes me think of my daughter and myself. We both really love a good swing. The dragons make me think of my kids because they love that movie that they're from. And lavender, I have a deep love of lavender and scented lavender, and all those things. And the whale was a little bit more of just a just something that I just really loved, but also that sense of you know, perspective, I suppose. It represented kind of that perspective, I suppose, of like big things and small things, and yeah, a bit hard to explain, a little bit philosophical, I suppose. Bit much for this video maybe, but anyway, I really liked it, and so it went in here. So for anyone else it may seem really random, but for me, I really liked it. So and then this frame, its special mention has to go to my dad, who made this frame. My dad is a great woodworker, and he's made me so many things over the years. Half my house is full of his furniture. Yeah, I was down there visiting, and I took my embroidery down and sidled on up and went, Dad, you know, this could do with the frame. And yeah, a day later, there it was, all done. So yeah, my dad's amazing like that. So yeah, and it's perfect. I mean, it just looks so good framed. So yeah, it'd be tempting to do another one next year, and then sidle on up to him again for another frame of 5. We'll see. But yeah, that came out just perfect. So yeah, loving it. That is it actually for my whips. Like, oh no, it's not, I lie. And this one has been keeping the most of my attention, which is why I have so few whips, and I can't believe I nearly forgot it. And this is my Marie Talbot book binding. It's the book binding class, and I did this class earlier in the year, and the second part of this class is coming up in September, and I really want to have this done in time for the class. And it has been a challenge. It is so fine, and there is so much detail. I have to wear glasses and magnifiers and lights and everything just to get it done. I am getting there. Like, I do believe I will have this done. I have 4 weeks to go, and I'm working on it like 5 days a week for a few hours at the least, just to get it done. But I believe I'm gonna have it done. So here's where I'm at, and I'll bring it right in for some detail. So for every one of those little embroidered pieces, I then have to go around them all in gold thread, and couch everything on. Some of them then require additional gold detailing on top. I don't know if you can see this one here, which I've just done. It's hard to get it in focus. If I just put my hand there. Hard to get the focus right. And then all those lines that you can see are all going to have gold thread couched down on them. And then where all those dots are, wherever you see a dot, that's a gold bead, and there's sequins to go on, and there's pearls to go on. It's a lot. It's a lot. I do believe I'm going to have it done, but it's going to be fine, a fine line. But I'm getting there. It's going to be magnificent. I mean, it's going to be like just amazing. Despite the numerous errors and the numerous things in this I'm not happy with, I know that the end product will be so worth it. Like, you know, like, I've been really frustrated with this project because I've made so many errors and it's not as good as I'd like it to be. But I know when it's done, it'll be amazing. It'll be beyond anything I've ever made because it is so different. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but yeah, it'll be worth it. But my gosh, it's been tough. My next project is a new start and a finish. It's not a full finish, but it's a start and a finish, and it is the Blue Flower Holiday Ostrich. Ta-da! Look at him. Check out those legs and those boots. Oh my goodness. I fell in love with this. And this is a freebie. You should all go to their website straight away, download it, and stitch your own holiday ostrich, because this is adorable. I love him. Yeah, he's fantastic. I just thought, how cute is that, with his little jacket, his tiny boots, his hat, and his beard. So that just made me laugh, and the tail feathers, so perfect. I just thought he was so funny. So yeah, I just thought he was great. I was gonna make him into like a little cushion, and if that was the case, it would have been done. But then a friend suggested making him into like a tag, like one of those old postage kind of tags that kind of go up in a V and have like a hole in the top for hanging. And the more I thought on that idea, the more I liked it. But now I have to think about how I would do it complete with that hole at the top. No, I don't know how to do that. So I've hesitated a bit, but I'm going to Guild tomorrow, and I'm also catching up with the same friend online tonight. So I thought I might just think a bit more on that, on how I would do that, and then I will make him into like one of those postal tags, because then, as she pointed out, I could hang it like on a door handle, I could hang it on a tree, I could hang it lots of places where a pillow is just a pillow, it just sits, you know, whereas he'll get much more mileage and visibility if I can hang him on things. I'm like, yes he will. And yeah, I just love him, so that really appealed. But I did go out and buy some little black pom-pom fringe to go around him, because that will look amazing. And then I bought some little black beads to jazz up the pom-pom fringe, so he is going to be fun when he is all done. So I am excited, because yeah, how great is he? And a freebie. Thank you, the Blue Flower. You made my day. Yeah, so good. And I actually didn't know much about the blue flower until I was pointed their direction when someone pointed this out. And I will try and find the video that pointed me in this direction, because it was a 50 free Christmas decorations patterns video, and then I'll pop the details down below, so you can go and find 50 free ornaments, because I love this. And this was my Christmas in July stitch, and I had so much fun, and I've got a couple of others ready that I'm gonna probably stitch over the next few months and pop away for ornaments for my kids for Christmas. There were some really good ones in that video that will whip up so quick. He was such an impulse. Like, as soon as I started stitching on him, I'm like, I'm not stitching on anything else. Everything else can wait. So that's part of the reason my other projects got put aside. But I mean, he gave me so much joy, and isn't that what stitching is about? Isn't it just like so much joy, right? You can see it on my face. Boots. Tiny, tiny boots. Okay, where am I up to? I have another new start, kinda. So, the new start is White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick. I'll pop the pattern up. Love this. So, yeah, so beautiful. Really excited to start this. I had this gorgeous fabric. Look at that colour. Now, it's actually a deep purple, just because it's not quite coming up on there. And these are my silks, which are greens. Very naughty green, hang on. Which are greens, teals, and that kind of that yellowy, you know. And when you put it on that really deep purple, they just kind of go, you know. And maybe maybe that's not the case for everyone. Maybe this is just a me thing, who can't show silks nicely on fabric. Maybe this is just a me thing, but I really like the look of that. Like, that really really worked for me, and I just could see that, yeah, the yellow is a little maybe not right, to be fair, but I bought these all online, so it was a bit hard to see. The purple is from my stash, but the greens, yeah, like, I just love that combination. So I fell in love with that. I really, really did. And then I started stitching, and I'll show you what happened. So this fabric, as I said, came from my stash. It's got a really unusual kind of weave to it. It's actually quite open. You can see this straight away as I hold it up. It's quite gauzy, eh? And I've never used one like this or seen it. And I don't know why it's like this. And it stitches fine. It's not going to come apart or anything. It holds really nicely. But it's going to show everything. The stitches themselves came up really pretty on it. Now this is one thread of NPI. This is, sorry, needle point. Needle, what's NPI stand for? Needle point something. Needle point silks, anyway. And this is 2. Because I was feeling like this really wasn't filling up enough. Although they look really nice. But I started to worry that this is too gauzy. It's just not. Yeah, it's going to show every knot, every like fabric moving behind. Yeah, it's going to be really problematic. So I decided, despite my love of this colour, I needed to move on and do a restart. So I went through my rather extensive stash. I couldn't find anything that I liked as much as this colour. So I decided I'll dye some fabric. So I went and I got some purple dye. I think it was called Deep Violet. And I don't know about you. That is not Deep Violet. I dyed myself some fabric. And it came out like this. That was it. That's all I was getting from it. You put that with that and it just doesn't work. You've got to have that depth. So plan B, I thought I'd order some online. There's got to be someone in New Zealand who does some deep fabric. So I got online, Fox and Rabbit do a I can't even pronounce the name, but they do a dark purple. Came back identical to the one I dyed. Looked darker online. It wasn't. It wasn't. So now I have a lot of purple fabric, just none of the one I want. And yeah, I also dyed some smoky grey, which came out a weird kind of greenish colour and is lovely, but it blends in with the colours, so that was a no-go, which will be great for another project. The other contender was this green I've got, which looks nice, but you take out that yellow and everything starts to blend in. So I think it's too close. So I was back to square one. Nothing. And yeah, so I went through all my stash again, and again, I have an extensive stash. I have a really good range because I buy second hand mostly, but you can get quite a lot of these gilds, and I have quite a range of colours. Nothing was working. Came back to the purple. Thought, do I try again? Came up with an idea. This is like my last ditch attempt. What if I put some black interfacing on the back of it to give it, which will hide anything that's going on the back and give it a little bit more stability. So tonight I'm going to put some black interfacing. I'm going to do a test spot, so don't freak out. I'm going to do a test spot. I'm going to put some black interfacing on, and I'm going to try again. So watch the space. Here we go again. Kathy Barrick, White Winter Moth. Take 347, no. Take 3. Hopefully. Yeah. If you have any thoughts, I'd be interested in hearing them, but that's where I'm at, and I just, yeah. I'm a little bit tired of the whole situation now, but gee, you know when you just have such a good idea and it's so hard to move on from it, you just can't even yeah, can't move on. I'm stuck in the past. I can't move on. Alright, that is my whips, that is my new starts, that is my finishes, plans. I have one plan for one more new start. I did one more lot of dyeing, and this was cool. I spotted something in a book I really wanted to make, and I had lots of white fabric, but this called for like a lemon, and I sort of thought, how hard would it be? I'll show you. This one calls for like a lemon, but it's only really just subtly lemon. And my first thought was, I wonder if you could dye fabric with a bit of turmeric. Short answer, no you can't. Doesn't last. Quick Google online, doesn't last. But a quick Google told me that actually onion skin will dye fabric quite well and is more lasting. And I was sort of like, oh really? And it'll dye it yellow. So found this great YouTube video, which I'll pop the link down below for, which showed you, it was actually, they were dyeing wool, but it showed you start to finish how you dye it. It's quick, it's easy, it is long lasting, and apparently it doesn't fade. So I gave it a go, and I got this amazing colour out of it. Check that out. Beautiful. Beautiful lemony yellow. It's really just soft and mellow, and I just couldn't believe I got that out of a few onion skins. And I didn't use anywhere near as many onion skins as they recommended, because their wool came out like lemon yellow, like really lemony, and I didn't want it that bright. So I used like half the amount, quarter of the amount. Like theirs came out like the yellow on these birds on my shirt. So I used probably the onion skins off maybe four onions. And I dyed like 4 bits of fabric I had, just because that's what I had. And it's just gorgeous. I'm just like, I was really quite shocked at how easy and how much colour came out of 4 onions. I'm still like really surprised. And I did this maybe 3 weeks ago now, because I just wanted to see about fading and stuff. I've just let it sit. Nothing. No fading. I've Googled a bit more. Still can't see any. Yeah, nothing says anything about fading. Does not smell like onions. I'm like stoked. So that new start, I'm going to be stitching me some bees this weekend, because yeah, I'm like, can't wait. And it's doesn't look like a complicated stitch, as you can see from that picture. Well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. It's a fairly space. Oh, there's all the sides there. Like, it's not going to be a hugely time consuming stitch. I think it'll be fairly fast to stitch up. So I'm excited. I am excited by that one, and I love a bit of construction. So to be able to put it all together at the end will be so fun. So that's one of my plans. I'm looking forward to that. What else? What is my other plan? Inspirations magazine this month. I don't know if you guys get Inspirations magazine. This one is from my guild, hence the sticker on it. But check out the penguin. Oh my gosh, isn't he cute? So I go to kids' activities a couple of times a week, and while I'm sitting there, I often stitch, but I stitch on things that are a follow the line stitching that I cannot make a mistake on. No counting, not even cross stitch, because often the light's really bad, and so I literally stitch on things that I can follow the line on. Enter the penguin. So this little fellow here, I've done stuff like him before, and what you do is you get the felt and you print the pattern on like wash away. I can't remember the name of it, it's sulky, but like you print the pattern for the stitching out on wash away embroidery fabric, paper, you know. Oh gee, I'm gonna have to get the name for it, and I'll put it in here so you're not listening to me try to describe what I can't remember the name for. And Solvay It's Solvay, and print it out on Solvay, and you stick it onto the felt. You stitch over the lines, and when you're done, you wash it off with water, and it looks great. It comes off just fine, and your stitching's all there, like the paper was never even there. And then you assemble it, and you're done. It's amazing. So good. So that is such a good way to get a project done, and so simple. So he would be an awesome activities project. I do not like the big loop on his head. It's because he's meant to be a doorstop, and so the loop is for like picking him up and moving him. Looks weird. So but I was like, I need to make a penguin. He would be awesome for like those activities when I'm just sitting there in bad lighting and need a follow the line project. So I'm going to go online felt shopping. And if you're in New Zealand, we have the most amazing felt factory. That's what it's called, the felt factory. And you should buy all your felt from there because they are awesome. And be able to I'll be able to get yeah, some amazing New Zealand felt and stitch me up a penguin. So more projects of which to spread my time over. So yes, he is an amazing penguin and deserves a name, so I will be considering all name options because cute projects deserve cute names. Yeah. And I won a competition, which is pretty cool. So online I have been following for a while a magazine called Uppercase, and it says Uppercase for the creative and the curious. This is it here. And they do a competition that you can enter to win a subscription, and I have won a year's subscription to Uppercase magazine. And you should go and check these guys out because they just cover everything. You know, there's just so much to enjoy in here. And they're always featuring artists. That's what they do, you know. This one in here is about like mosaic and these old beautiful vintage you know, plates being restored and recovered, not restored, but you know, reclaimed basically. You know, when they've sort of lost life in one area, they can sort of be used in another. And it's just a beautiful magazine of makers making, you know. And it's so nice. There's so few independent magazines out there these days. So I am really looking forward to just diving in to Uppercase. But you should go check them out online. And if you're a maker, you should go and submit to be in Uppercase magazine because they take submissions from anyone. I've looked on their website. They encourage everyone to submit to them, which is pretty cool too. So I think I've covered everything and done my my new starts. The last things I've got to just add is I did attend Midsummer. In New Zealand it's winter, so it's confusing for me. I did attend Midsummer Stitch. That was run by Lindy Stitches, and it was really cool. I mean, it's different because in New Zealand we're running on a different time zone, and so for those that don't know about Midsummer Stitch, it was an online sort of stitching retreat, I suppose the best way to explain it. And so they had some people, they had online stitching tables where you could go and talk and meet with other stitchers, like via like a Zoom type platform. They had other kind of, you know, meet different floss tubers, and you could go and the groups of floss tubers would you know, talk together, and you could type and ask some questions and things like that. I went to the one which was Meet the Girlies, which was like Seattle Stitcher and Museum Stitcher and Cam the Stitcher, the whole group of them, Frizzy Lizzy Stitches, and yeah, and that was really cool. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I joined a few stitching tables, and I apologise for that noise. A train just went past. And that was really cool. It was quite different because a couple of the stitching tables I went to were really quiet. I didn't quite know what to do, and sort of wonder as a Kiwi if I was a bit loud. But yeah, so I don't know. But oh, and I saw a really cool video. Not video. I feel very old saying that now. Tutorial on how to make a jewelry box into like a stitching case, and that was really neat. That was quite cool, how to remove all the inner bits and replace it all and stuff, and so I enjoyed that. That was really cool. Yeah, so it's really neat, and sort of a similar thing I understand to the Jingle Ball, which I've never attended. Jingle Ball is actually kind of our summer, and so quite busy that time of year, and we're all getting out and doing things. So in some ways this was better because it was our winter, you know, stuck inside with the rain. But yeah, so that was interesting, and yeah, enjoyed that. Yeah, and as for who I'm watching at the moment, I've just discovered the Thread Gremlins. If you have not seen the Thread Gremlins, run off and watch them straight away. They are hilarious, such a lovely bunch of friends, and they're so funny to watch and so fun to just see their friendship and their stitching, and you know, yeah, just so fun. So I really enjoy watching them, and also Katie Strachan, I think it is, does Flosstube ornamentations, and I've just discovered her, and wow, you know, talented lady, and just beautiful projects. I am so in love with her cardinal kin little pillow that she made, you know, from Blackbird Designs, and that's, sorry, Plum Street Samplers, I think that is actually, and just beautiful, and just so nice to so nice, that conversion that she's done. So yeah, but yeah, so I've been really enjoying them. They are well worth a watch, and if you want something a little bit more entertaining, a comedian I've been really enjoying is Sarah Millican in the UK. She is just hilarious, and I can't get enough of her at the moment. So she's a good one too. But yeah, but anyway, thank you for coming by. Thank you if you've made it this far. Tell me what you've enjoyed. Tell me what you're working on. Yeah, and I hope you'll pop back again. Until then, keep stitching. Bye.